media press to come into our games for the past 3 years, but honestly, the last 2 years is much better because we have seen journalists, sport journalists coming into our game and all those things. The only thing that really doubt me about this sport journalist award, they never involve us for the past 2 years, which is not fair to us because we are women. We are doing our best to be part and parcel of the country, to participate in all sporting aspects. But if they organize their awards and all these things and left the women, it's also something that's really painful. It's not really helping us.
I like that. Honestly, I do like that. And I'm sure some of these things can just be an oversight. But perhaps with effect from now on, your participation into, sports awards will be something really, really important to them. And then, now let's move to another aspect, Azerbaijan. Wow, wow, wow. That was something else. Now, before we go into that proper, just give us briefly the picture of how you prepared for that tournament.
We started this whole journey with a qualifying rounds with CAF. So I can say we were lucky to be in Azerbaijan. With the bad preparation, sorry to say that, late preparation and all those things, we managed to qualify to the World Cup Azerbaijan. During the qualifying rounds, we first played with Sierra Leone, home game. We won them 3-0, courtesy of our Demba, Adama Tamba, and Miss, who scored 3 goals for us. Then the return leg, though we qualify for the first leg, going to the second leg, it was a hectic journey. Sierra Leone won us by 3-1, but if you look at the aggregate, we were able to move to the other stage. Then 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we have another encounter with Tunis. Home game. We won them in the 90 or 92 minutes during the extra time. Additional time, 1-0, courtesy of Fat Dabo. Which make all Gambians proud, and even those people who don't know much about women football start coming up, showing up and giving their support. Not financially, but motivating the team and all those things.
The moral support.
Yeah. Then a week after, we went to Tunis. Even though when we are going to Tunis, people have mixed feeling that we will not make it. But we as technicians, we believe that we can make it no matter what. Then we proceed to Tunis, and the game ended 2-1 in favor of Adama Tamba and our Demba again. So that's how we reached the World Cup under-7 to Azerbaijan.
Let me cut the cheese. What happened in Azerbaijan? It was a disastrous campaign. History. Guys, affaire bi dafa metti woon. Dafa metti woon. Guys, dañ leen duma daan leen. What happened?
Yeah, comme na ko waxee, duma nañu, daan nañu, and everything. I'm not going to say it's history or lack of experience. Though it's true, lack of experience was there. But where was the slogan of the guys, Dembeje? Was it really in them? Dembeje. Was the coach really ready for the tournament? No, Tijan, we were not. If you look at the qualifying rounds, we have 4 months or 5 months between the day we finish our qualifying rounds and the proper tournament. What were we doing? Absolutely nothing. We were not doing anything. The league was not going on. And when the league started, we played only 4 games. Only 4 games. Was that enough for us to go to Azerbaijan? Was that enough for us to bring the trophy to you guys? As a coach, I personally, I've said it during the launching of the Azerbaijan that I am regret to tell you guys that there is no way we can make it to Azerbaijan due to poor preparation. Because as a coach, you should have a long-term plan and a short-term plan. The short-term plan depending the months you want to train and how capable you are to convince your players to make them in good shape and all those things. honestly, it was not there. So we talk about still Azerbaijan. We did not train for almost 4 months or 3 months before we went to Azerbaijan. So we have to call on a meeting and said, there is no time, let's start training. Then the issue of transportation comes in. There is no money here, there is no money there.
Madam Benga, we're now running out of time, and then now I just want to pin it somewhere else. When you went into the tournament proper, what happened? Why didn't you guys won?
That's what I said.
No, what I mean is the match proper, you know, like in the first match you were beaten what? 11 not?
11-0.
11-0? That was bad. Something went wrong. What went wrong? The first match.
Okay.
Was it the midfield was not working, the strikers were not working, or what? Something must have gone wrong.
Yeah, if you look at our first team, we play with DPR.
Okay.
DPR, they have 15 friends friendly before they play with us. What does that mean?
So it means tactically they were more prepared than you.
More prepared. If you look at our first half, instead of we closed the gap, we did not. We opened up. And those people, they were good than us in all aspects when it's come to football.
I like that. I honestly like that. That's a frank thing, yeah.
So if you look at the first 3 goals, it was within 5 minutes. The guys lose concentration. There was no way we could make that game. The guys lose concentration. At the end of the first half, it was 5-0 if I'm right.
Yeah.
Then we go to the dressing room. The coaches talk to them. Let's close the gap. 1-1. I'm not all of them ko dewa he buki buneka golom lagay la de dega ñu something like that. Kuneka na jël bena.
A man match.
Yeah. But it seems that it's come here and goes this way.
Because then they were all down.
Yeah.
And I think that is what replicated itself throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Now, in just few seconds, what is the way forward?
Way forward, to me, let's go and prepare our leagues again.
Okay.
Let's have more competitive match. Let's have more friendly games. And let also look at the young ones. Grassroots, I mean, we work there. I mean, who would have made a history in this World Cup? Yeah, quite true, we were in a difficult stage. If you look at women football all over the world, it's dominated by Germany,
yeah, the big names.
USA, France. Those are the people who dominated. Recently, that's the time Japan come and South Korea, and they dominated everything. Not Korea, sorry, and they dominated everything. But as I go, I mean, we have seen teams receiving more than we do. But actually, it was not in World Cup. But to be a great one, you must pass through the stages. Then one day, you will become a great.
Nice having you on Breakfast.
Thank you very much.
That's it for this edition of The Flavors. Until we come your way. Bye-bye.
Well, that does it for this edition of The Breakfast Show. Hope you've had a good time outside. Join us again next weekend for another brand new edition. Until then, I'm Awa Jobata saying bye-bye.
And from me, Tijan Jane, before I go, I would just like to remind our viewers that if you want to be part of The Breakfast Show, you want to be part of the rendezvous where you have a story to share, you want to be part of the health segment, or you are very good in cooking, just get in touch with The Breakfast Show, and the number to contact is right on your screen. Until I come your way next week, enjoy your breakfast.